In this film, you're gonna see that Duke, that's Duke right there. You can see he got more money than anybody on this table right here.
This is it. Welcome to Behind the Scenes with the OGs. Got Goldee and DJ Hard.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes with the OGs. I'm Goldee, your West Coast host. I got my partner DJ Hard, Sweet Boat, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? We're back today with a show, and it's a pretty strong show, pretty heavy show. And we're going to be dealing with, we got a terrible, terrible situation going on today, you know what I'm saying, in regards to, you know, our younger generation, man. You know, y'all is really getting on the wrong foot on things, man, on how y'all dealing with issues and stuff like that, man, and how y'all relate to each other. And so we're gonna touch on that. You know, we got something very devastating happened to one of our young brothers, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago from another state. And you know what I'm saying, we're gonna just give a point of view and insight on that. And also we're gonna deal with Reparations, the task force for September 23rd to the 24th. We got, you know, some information on that. You know, saying where we standing at, update on that. What's up with the DJ?
Oh man, I'm really excited about this show, man, because you know, the last Reparations Task Force meeting, man, I mean, it was some very strong highlights in that, and I can't wait to share them with my audience so you can see what's happening. I found something that's going on the international level and in the state of California with AB 3121. And, you know, and I'm just thinking about Shreveport, and, you know, I've seen reports how people are comparing the black neighborhoods with white neighborhoods in Shreveport, and I said, wow, y'all, you really need to understand this conversation about reparations, because then you would know when you make this comparison that you got to come up with some solutions that even, you know, deal with us right here in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm telling you, man, we need to bring this subject right on home. You know what I'm saying? This is about our families. If you are a descendant of American slaves, I mean, there's only one person that fits into that category, and they all look like me. You know, so,
Straight out.
You know, I want to say, you know, I got love for myself and I got love for you. And that's why we're doing our homework on reparations, so we can bring it on home. So as we understand how government works and how to get the laws to work better for us, you know, maybe we can get into the conversation in a legitimate way with these politicians and move the conversation of reparations forward in cities all across America.
Straight like that, man. And you know, so yeah, and reparation is such a pertinent subject today, and you know, we gotta reach everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's dealing with this. Y'all need to wake up, get on board, and you know what I'm saying, because it's gonna take us coming together to unite, you know what I'm saying, to push the line, you know what I'm saying, to get what we got coming. That's the only way we're gonna get it, is through, you know what I'm saying, sticking together. You know, we have a task force of qualified citizens, you know what I'm saying, that's pushing the line and trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying, this should get past Senate, and you know, we can get the ball rolling and get it going. So with this, that's our subject for today. Hope you enjoy the show. Like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, share, you know, and hey, get with us. So before we move on, are we moving on to something else, or are we gonna proceed on to screen share?
We're gonna proceed on to the screen share because, man, we got to hip these young people to what's going on, man. You know, and hopefully, you know, enlighten them in such a way where they can come up with a new enterprise that'll help them make some money besides, you know, what they're doing now, you know. So, yeah. So this is our intro, and we're going to be right back after we take a quick little break.
2 minutes and 2 seconds. Be right back. Don't you go nowhere. Welcome back to Behind the Scenes with the OGs. I'm Goldee. We're going to be your West Coast host. I got my partner, DJ Hart. What we figured to do is do a screen share on a very tragic event, man, that happened in Houston. And it was involving some rappers. And this is, like I said, it's a tragic situation that happened to a young brother by the name of Duke the Jeweler, who's from Chicago. And I want to give a RIP to Duke the Jeweler, a condolence to his family and friends and loved ones, you know what I'm saying, who is left behind. And yeah, so that's what our screen, that's what this subject is today. I'm dealing with the screen share with Duke the Jeweler because this incident right here that went down is very foul things that went about in here. And of course, you know, we want to see this case solved, you know what I'm saying, expeditiously. We want to see it solved, you know what I'm saying, and we want to see the rightful people, you know what I'm saying, brought to justice, you know what I'm saying, in regards to this. Because, like I said, it's a very tragic, foul matter that went down, and it's black on black crime, and it's involving our black youngsters, you know what I'm saying? The rappers. Of course, Duke was not no rapper, he was a jeweler. His position was a very powerful position. How many black jewelers do you know of? You know what I'm saying, that we have. He was up and coming, you know what I'm saying, 29 years old, and you know what I'm saying, hatred, jealousy, you know what I'm saying, is what got, you know, why Duke ain't here right today. And I want it to be known that, you know, the methods that's being used today through social media, we got sloop foot detectives coming out, you know what I'm saying, from out the closet, you know what I'm saying, doing the popo's job, you know, which they get paid, you know what I'm saying? The popos get paid to do their job, you know what I'm saying? We got enough problems dealing with them doing their job on the professional level as it is. And now we got our black people going around here and getting on social media and building a case, accusing people, you understand? You know, they coming up with their evidence, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're making somebody else's job very much easier. You open the door for, you know what I'm saying, somebody else to point the finger and accuse the wrong party, the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? We got enough problem dealing with the law and how the law operates and us getting, you know what I'm saying, fair justice and treatment, you know what I'm saying, from them. And now we got, you know what I'm saying, these young, you know what I'm saying, generation of black dudes, you know what I'm saying, because they not representing true black manhood, you know what I'm saying, doing these type of things and got it out like they have it out, you know. And then you know, we got these, just like we did, spoke on, you know, Charlemagne doing a show on Young Thug, having Young Thug come to his studio and get on there and tell his whole life story of crime. You know what I'm saying? So this show, Duke the Jeweler, you know what I'm saying? We want this case solved. We want the rightful people, you know what I'm saying, to be held responsible for it. And we want the law to do their job, to do their work. You know what I'm saying? Handle this, you know what I'm saying, as you should. In this film, you're going to see that Duke, that's Duke right there. You can see he got more money than anybody on this table right here. So people, you know what I'm saying, that was on the scene at the concert, people was at the gambling game, you know what I'm saying, took pictures. The way these pictures get out is people that was there on the scene leaked these pictures out to social media. You know what I'm saying? Some get paid for leaking these, you know what I'm saying, videos and stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Doing events like this here. You know, so I'm just looking at the aspect of, you know, the police is making a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And they're not really, you know what I'm saying, handling their business, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to us. So, you know, y'all need to, you know, stop, you know what I'm saying, because you seem like to me, you know, you just coming out the closet. You was already, the snitch thing, you know what I'm saying, was already up in you. I'm presenting this show right here to show the works of our young black dudes today, man, how they getting down. That's my reason for showing this, okay? Not to, you know what I'm saying, I'm not naming nobody besides the person who lost his life, which was Duke the Jeweler. You know what I'm saying? As far as anything else, y'all people done gathered up and films and stuff you to put together and that you know what I'm saying, got out here broadcasting to the public, that's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my part to show what's coming from the actions of our black young people today, man. Let's move on to the screen share.
Yeah. My condolences to Duke's family, and, you know, I hope everything goes real well with the final arrangements. All right, let's continue on.
We talking about Duke the Jeweler being killed in Houston, Texas after the Boosie concert. Hey, but first, do me a favor and smash that like button real quick. Hey, good looking out. I appreciate that. So if y'all didn't know by now, Duke the Jeweler from Chicago was killed after a Boosie concert. But in this video right here, you can actually see him shooting dice, and you can see people mean mugging him, people sizing him up already. And I'm not trying to be funny. Boosie was low-key sizing him up. He like, okay, this dude right here, he got all this money, and he playing with real money. This ain't no fake money. This ain't no fake shit or none of this. This dude actually came with that real bread, and I heard he was breaking their pockets and shit like that. But this was definitely a backdoor. This was a setup. But the reason I feel that the people didn't take nothing during the killing was because they probably got spooked. It was so everything that happened so fast, or either they got some information out of this dude and they wanted to keep him quiet. But either way it go, he was set up, man. It's no way he was targeted like that. Out of everybody that was there that night, why did you decide to target him? I'm sure it was more than one person in that parking lot. Where was his homies at? Where was everybody at that? You know what I'm saying? Somebody lured him into a trap. They literally set him up, and I think it was a robbery gone wrong. They supposed to rob him, but I think it happened so fast, they didn't even get a chance to rob him. But yeah, or they probably even did rob him, and, you know, the witnesses around probably, you know, hide evidence, hide, you know, information and shit like that. So you'll never know what really happened. But it's strange coincidence that after a dice game, all of a sudden, you the only one out of everybody else get robbed after all those high value names and everybody else that was there. They decided to come to you. Yeah, because they see you had that real jewelry. And they also say you had that bag because word is that you broke a lot of people in there. You know what I'm saying? You came up on the dice game. And a lot of people was trying to get their money back. But by Boosie going to the internet that quick like that, something seemed very fishy and strange about that, man. And it's very strange that Boosie was supposed to be there the night King Vine was killed with, at the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. And all of a sudden, Boosie been around all these people that's getting killed lately, man. Like Mo3 gone. That was Boosie artist. King Vine gone. But Boosie's supposed to meet him at the Monaco Hookah Lounge that night. Now this dude supposedly supposed to make Boosie some jewelry. Now he dead. Man, some weird shit going on, man. But I'm telling you, this dude was backdoored, man. But I send my condolences out to his family, man. Hey, may he get justice, but this wasn't no random active event, man. They set this dude up, man. And it's very strange that people that hang around J. Prince Jr. and Boosie keep getting got like this, man. What is it? Is y'all the ones that people going to set these dudes up allegedly? Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to make this make sense, man. But I definitely believe Duke the Jeweler was backdoor. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Wow.
Okay, I want to say, give a rest in peace to PNB too. He got, you know what I'm saying? He got murdered in the Waffle House over there in LA not too long ago. So these tragedies, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just they just not ceasing. You know, they stand doing this, and it's time, you know what I'm saying, for you know what I'm saying, really, man, the cards got to be laid on the table, man, about what's going down, you know what I'm saying, with our young brothers, man.
Well, I'm thinking, that's why I'm studying reparations, so I can come up with, a more solid plan on how government works. And matter of fact, it's a big conversation. And it's also a study into how to prevent gentrification. And so far, the only answer I got is make more money, because the way the laws and the rules are set up today, I mean, it's still going down. I mean, while we talking about reparation, Black people are still losing, man, property and other values because of the way the laws are set up, so that's what one thing that I'm trying to figure out is how can we deal with this. But the only thing I got to say is that, I'm an artist too, and I'm an independent record label, and I'm working on my new album. It's called New Year's Conscious Hip Hop Party. All right. What I'm trying to say to you in regards to the music culture is, like, if you want to hear something different, then you need to support the artists like me. All right. Because I'm telling you, I'm putting money and Black Lives Matter into my music, into my art, okay? And it's like, this is my version of what reparation is, all right? It's just like, what will help me get started? The way the laws is, that's the foot on my back, all right? We done said enough about the knee on somebody's back across their neck and everything like that. So we know the story. All right. But I wanted to use the foot on my back. I mean, lift that foot so we can begin to, receive better wages. And far as artists are concerned, because the streaming service, can help out with that. And I hope that that discussion go forward and preparing for the future. That's why I'm studying reparations, so we can really get that wealth gap between the white community and the Black community closed some, right? I mean, it's going to take some legislation to deal with that, because that's like a very historic problem, and it's been going down for so long. And that's why we need something like the topic of reparation. Now, if the young folks would pick up even business activity, all right, while you're out there making money, and you got a few bucks, you need to learn something about finances and everything, and investing into some creative projects that can produce products and service for your community. And then that'll give you an exciting conversation about how to succeed in business. All right. So you can't complain about somebody stopping you unless you try to get started. All right. And if you never get started, then you don't even know what the obstacles are. All right. So I'm saying let's change the conversation. Get away from all this prohibited activity and get down with some things that you can do to earn money where the police don't be knocking down your door and you have to spend all your money on lawyers and trying to bail yourself out of jail so you can keep on providing for your family. So I'm just saying, I know how hard it is, but it's about time we think about how to deal with this difficult situation in a more intelligent way.
Well, the thing it is that for 400 years, you know what I'm saying, we've been, put on the back burner and not getting a debt paid that's owed to us. And it's time for the government to wake up and recognize that until we get reparation, we're going to have the problems with our young generation that we're having with them because of the economy, the expense of the economy. You know what I'm saying? Because of the expense of racism, because of the expense of all the things that, you know what I'm saying, we've been going through for 400 years. You know what I'm saying? Resolve that, clear that up, you know what I'm saying? Let us be on an equal, fair scale economically, you know what I'm saying? Because our backbone, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm saying, have went into, you know what I'm saying, building, you know what I'm saying, America to be America. You know what I'm saying?
And man, in our next screen share, we're gonna tell you the most relevant, up-to-date news dealing with reparation to let you know that it's been approached on a national level, and we need to get it going on a federal level. And then on the local level, in the state of California, they're doing it, and also in several cities around the United States is trying their version of reparation. And also I found out in California, in a neighborhood I used to live in, Culver City, and you got a black man now, he's talking about studying reparations too. All right, so we're going to find all that out just very shortly. Hang on in there with this show. It's going to get deep. Y'all hang in there with us because we're going to get deep.
All right. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. We'll be right back with you.
I just wanna say I'm going my way, baby. Hello, my baby. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm going my way. Trying to make my way. There's an accident stuck in me. Trappin. I'm on my way to see you today. When you tell me you listen, love it when you tell me you need it, love it when you tell me you wanna see it, love it when you tell me you love me. I just wanna say I'm going my way, baby. I'm Love it when you tell me you want to see me.
Bye. On my way today at djhard1.bandcamp.com.
Welcome back to Behind the Scenes with the OGs, and we're going to proceed with our screen share for the task force, Reparations Task Force, for the sessions that they have from September 23rd to the 24th.
Well, one, the importance of the hearing. It was the opportunity for our people to stand up, stand together, and speak out, and it unified our community. Those testimonies put a spotlight on the role and the character of the United States government. And I believe that our community recognized through that our shared history with other communities of color in this country. The campaign and the struggle for redress connected the dots for us as we saw our commonality. So when 9/11 happened, Japanese Americans were among the first to step out and speak out against the racial profiling that was being done to the Muslims, because we know what racial profiling does. When ICE started to try to open some of the detention camps that once imprisoned us to house families seeking asylum, Japanese Americans stood up. And then when Black reparations began building up steam, Japanese Americans stepped forward and saw that as part of our struggle. The other thing is the importance of unity. There were differences in our community, and NCRR, and I think back from the movement days, our principles of unity always talked about building unity, and from unity comes strength. And even people like Congressman Mina kept admonishing us, you've got to present a united front to the public. Keep the infighting within our family. Lastly, we connected the dots. This whole struggle connected the dots. We connected the dots between the civil rights and the Black liberation movement and the Asian movement. Connected the dots from the lessons and principles from the Asian movement, which informed NCRR's grassroots campaign. The campaign for redress was part of an overall struggle for social justice that continues today with Nikkei Progressive and NCRR, which is now known as Nikkei for Civil Rights and Redress. In May of this year, we formed a national coalition of Japanese Americans to stand in solidarity with the fight for Black reparations today. And lastly, I really want to give a shout out to the AB 3121 Task Force report. The history and the knowledge in this report is so important, and it's important to all communities. It's a continuing part of what was supposed to be our work in the community, the community fund that we got in the bill that they short-shrifted us from $50 million down to $5 million. Part of that was to be worked towards non-repetition. Well, with your report, we can continue that work for non-repetition. And with our new National Nikkei Reparations Coalition, at our last meeting, we talked about we're going to beta test your report for a book club. Maybe taking, 1 or 2 chapters at a time and using that as a tool, not only to further educate ourselves and our community, but to organize and mobilize people in support of African American reparations. So again, the Japanese American Redress and Reparations movement was not an isolated campaign. It was part of a continuation of a legacy of building a movement that continues to stay. And we want to thank you for letting us share our experience and to continue to stand in solidarity with Black reparations.
Ashley, Ms. Sakaki, and Mr. Maki for your esteemed expert testimony. We'll now turn to our fourth expert witnesses, which is Virgin Lasich and Ruben Carranza. Before we go to our witnesses, we will have some remarks from Vice Chair Brown, and we're going to take questions and comments as well at the end.
Before they leave, I want them to hear this. Before you leave, please. Yeah. Madam Chair and members of the task force, I beg for personal privilege to say something. Some people just always must say something. But I hopefully have something to say. And I want to sincerely apologize for raising my voice to that young man. But I became righteously indignant for his behavior. Because on yesterday, he insulted a member of this task force. I about had enough. It's so unfortunate that what you have shared, he could have been privy to and would have learned something if he were permitted to stay in the room. But did not just begin with our penance, but wrong in terms of this mixed team culture, commonality of suffering from racism. Began a long time ago. And those of you who have made Alien One like I have, I want to let you know today that in 1943, Dr. Alfred Fisk and Dr. Howard Washington Thurman, black man and a white man, when this nation was so unkind, the Japanese community founded a church in San Francisco on Russian Hill that became the Fellowship Church of All People. They were first interfaith aggregation to come out swinging, calling out America, crimes against the Japanese community. When I witnessed a young man who came there with no manners, didn't realize what my mother told me when I left home in Jackson, Mississippi. Amos, behave. Mind your manners. Don't ask for anything. Don't take anything that doesn't belong to you. And be kind to everybody. So, thank God for this day. We have a repeat 2022. Japanese,
the black community working together.
Man, people need to hear that. You know, yeah, man, because I mean, he got his way of putting it, but man, I'm telling you.
The thing it is, man, for them, for the Chinese people, you know what I'm saying, to recognize what we're going through and want to, you know what I'm saying, be right alongside us, you know what I'm saying, striving to get reparations. That shit is, man, that's a move, that's a dynamic move, man. And you know what I'm saying, that support that we really truly need, man.
And that's a bunch of healing, man. When the Japanese community and the black community can work together, man, to show that, man, we got to get rid of all this racism, man, in America, man. You know, you feel me?
Yeah, well, that's what we were struggling to do, for over 400 years. And I grew up, man, in the Japanese, and they was in our neighborhood, but I grew up in the avenues in LA. And so, but I don't know, our people, man, have a tendency to let the white man's his philosophy, turn on them. Us, have something against them. We ain't supposed to have nothing against them, because them is our yellow brothers.
Yeah.
So
and I wanted to set this show off, man. I'm telling you, I'm excited about this part right here. And we've been waiting on this. This was the September 23rd, 2022 Reparation Task Force meeting, part 3. All right. Man, what they got to say right here, I'm telling you, man, it's like the world knows that we got problems. All right. And we need to straighten this out. I mean, all over America, man. We need reparations now, man, because the longer it takes, the more erosion. It's just like the rain coming down. All right. It's a big thing, man. It's a big thing. It's bigger than any one person, So I want to say something and highlight some sections in the show. One section that the Japanese community said, and I'm going to repeat, is we need unity. Let's get this thing through, and the things that was left out, we can work on that next time. But let's push this Reparation Task Force bill on through. I'm in support of it. I'm in Louisiana, all right? And so I'm not, first on the list to get anything from the state of California, right? But I see how this can help our community. That's what I'm interested in, man. Because if they can see the good examples that's happening on the West Coast and in the state of California, other people will say, okay, that could be a remedy for our community. And so it can move from a rundown community to a progressive, modern, up-to-date community like what we work for, and want to see here in America.
Yeah, that's right, man. So, reparation should be a topic, man. It should be a main conversation, among our people, period, man. We got to start, change, our mode of operation, man, and get off of all this madness that ain't doing nothing but, we losing lives, man. We losing lives, black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? We doing this stuff to ourselves. That's, this generation, man, this millennium generation, man. They truly lost.
Let me jump up in here, man. I want to talk. See, I'm an artist, and I do hip hop and trap, right? And sometimes I do a little reggae and try to jazz up whatever I do. All right. But I'm going to say this. I know the pressure's on. but we got to resist all that prohibited behavior and try to use our time, talent, and investment power to do some legitimate business here in America. And if that means that we got to work hard, and I'm considering, I was retired. I'm getting ready to come out of retirement, and I hope this album right here that I'm putting together, the New Year's Conscious Hip Hop Party album, helps me come back into the workforce in such a way where I can bring you some beautiful entertainment and some beautiful music and rock the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's about time I rock the house again. You know what I'm saying? I got to do it again. All right, this is cultural music, right, man. You feel me?
Yeah. Like that. So,
all right, yeah. You feel me? And I'm telling you, man. Hey, man. I rank #1 on #1 music right now in Shreveport. I'm ranked #1, and I got a #1 song for the state of Louisiana, rocking on #1 music right now. And I tell you, I've been on the charts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you talking about rocking the beat? I'm an OG, and I can do that. You know what I'm saying? And do it with conscious lyrics, too. And some beautiful instrumentals. I got it coming to you. And I'm making a commitment to do the best possible remix of Stop the Violence. I'm telling you, the world needs to hear this song. And I'm going to make it beautiful as I possibly can. And I'm going to deliver it to you for this New Year's, man. Let you come in the New Year right, man, with the right spirits. Because I'm tired of you brothers and sisters dying on the street. I'm telling you, I'm going to rock that to a beat.
That's right. Rock that beat, man. Keep moving on up, man, on the charts, man. You know what I'm saying? You're looking good, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay down for your crown, man. And, yeah. So that's what's up, man. And,
yeah, and we're going to wrap this show up right here with this thing right here because y'all need to hear this at an international level. All right, let's get it.
Looks like for our historic Black water and Goldee. You could potentially leave. Okay, well, thank you. Is there any other comments or questions? All right. Hearing no other comments or questions, the last item on our agenda before we recess until the next day, tomorrow, is Department of Justice update.
Thank you, Jim Moore. My comments will be brief. I just wanted to acknowledge, before we left and adjourned in April, our legislature was preparing for the budget for the 2022-2023 fiscal year. As many of you know, when the Reparations Task Force was first assembled, there was no funding attached to it. And so it was, again, the Department of Justice and Attorney General Bonta who made sure that the task force had the resources that were needed in order to get us through this year. Thankfully, the legislature did fund the task force in the 2022-2023 budget, largely due to the efforts of Assemblymember Joe Sawyer, who was on that subcommittee, to make sure that not only did we get the funds to compensate DOJ for the contracts and all of the things that we'd entered into the previous year, but to make sure that the task force was fully funded for the 2022-2023 year. So we thank you for yours and for Senator Bradford's support in the legislature to make sure that we are resourced and able to keep up with all of the work that needs to be done. I also wanted to just briefly mention that Michael Newman and I had the honor and the privilege of being asked to be part of the delegation that appeared before the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Race Discrimination. Attorney General Bonta was invited to attend, and he sent us in his stead. And so we traveled to Geneva, Switzerland with the United States delegation. It's a convention that is required of all member states to establish compliance with efforts that every nation is doing to eradicate race discrimination. And we had not attended this delegation, as many may know, with different changes in political administrations, but we were fortunate to return under the Biden administration And California was specifically asked, along with the city of Atlanta, as the two local jurisdictions to be part of this delegation, to talk about the work that's being done in California to eradicate race discrimination. And needless to say, reparations was a hot topic among civil society and the members of the United Nations Committee. I will let the task force know that your work is certainly not going unnoticed. It was quite of a popular conversation, and although we certainly would like the federal government to take a lead in this area, it was noted that California is setting the pace for others to follow, and they were very commended the work that was being done by this task force, and not only in civil society, but by members of the United Nations Committee from all over the world. The committee is currently chaired by Vereen Shepherd of Jamaica, who is the director of the Center for Reparation Research at the University of West Indies, and Dr. Faith Talupa of South Africa served as the lead country rapporteur. Both were very commendatory. I teased Dr. Brown earlier and said he's an international star because his name came up several times from members who had attended this convention. So again, Chair Moore and I had a conversation about this. I have reached out to U.S. Ambassador to the Human Rights Council, Michelle Taylor, and Desiree Cormier-Smith, who is the Special Representative for Racial Equity and Justice at the U.S. State Department, to see if they can attend a hearing in the future to talk about some of these issues and to, again, recognize and offer support for the work that's being done here. So thank you again for all of the work that you're doing, and it certainly was a pleasure and an honor to elevate this work internationally before the UN. And I'm sorry, Michael's reminding me, the entire report was submitted as part of the U.S. report to the UN, not only initially, but in the supplemental report that followed from the questions that were asked during the conference. So again, well done.
Yeah, buddy. That's the international level. The UN, huh?
Right, and they pushing the line to get it on the federal level, man. They need to get to it, man. Get busy, man. So, you know what I'm saying, we can go ahead and get where we're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now I just want to say to, you know, our audience, if you want more information on the task force meeting of September 23rd to 24th, you could look it up on YouTube. If you know what I'm saying, if you're more interested, it's more information and it's more people that's giving, you know, testimony and speaking up on this issue.
Well, what I'm going to do to help out our audience is I'm going to leave a reference section so you can get the correct title of, you know, the areas that we covered today. And you can go right to that, you know, once you look it up and see the entire document. These documents are very long. The state of California and, you know, the Reparation Task Force is putting in many hours of work behind the scenes and in front of the scene, and, you know, with the public and sharing a lot of information. And I'm saying, man, when I look at this compared to other things, I say, man, this is one of the most transparent operations I ever seen that a government, you know, got to say that, you know, dealing with some of the negative activities that government have been involved with. You know, I say, you know, we should be thankful that finally the government can be open and honest and transparent, a little bit more transparent. They can probably keep on improving that. But as we go, I'm saying right now, we got something very transparent and informative and well recognized around the world that's going on in California. And we need to spread the word in such a way so every single state, every single city that has large black populations and even a small black population that who who are descendants of American slaves can finally receive some economic justice for 400 years of slavery. Because that's what it's about. In the rest of the fights, let's fight that. Let's win this one. And then we'll fight the next one, next time. And keep on going until we get real justice in America.
That's what it's all about. Make reparation a topic. Make it, talk about it, spread the word, really get off into it, We got the task force, that's backing us. So we have to do our part as citizens and, back them. And with that, that's going to be, we come to the ending of our show. I want to give a shout out to United Writers in San Antonio, Texas, my son, Lil D, Mini Bike Legacy, I know, you can still style and profile, ride, and do your thing, on the mini bike, we still down, we still, putting bikes together, and we have other gear and stuff like that. I want to give a shout out to my family in Detroit. And, Detroit, y'all on your job, y'all pushing the line, man, for this reparation. I know y'all strong, and y'all politically, Detroit does have the insight. And, I feel like they just as strong as California when it comes down to these politics, and trying to get our business straightened out. Shout out to my fam out here in LA, everybody, what's up? With that, what's up, DJ?
Man, I want to give a big shout out to all of my fans that's been playing my music. I want to thank you so much. I mean, I'm doing my part. I'm telling you, streaming, revenue is so small until the best way to support the artist. And I'm going to tell you, it's really easy. You can get my music online. This is one of the albums, that's on Bandcamp. You can also look up my platinum project. I got my New Year's Party album from last year. That thing, man, whoo! I'll tell you, it's full of hits. That New Year's Party album is full of hits, and them songs been placed at number one on the charts for the state of Louisiana. That's why I'm ranked number one, because the New Year's Party album that I put out last year, and I checked it out even on some of these streaming services. Man, that album got more traction than any other album I have put out, before. And now, I'm telling you, I'm digging in deep for this year's New Year's Conscious Hip Hop Party album. I'm telling you, I'm digging deep. I'm going deep. I'm going to jazz it up. I'm going to rock it up. And I'm going to twist it up and fix it up. I mean, I'm telling you, whatever kind of juice I can put up in there, it's going to be juiced up. I mean, so y'all get ready, to get some new music to party with and bring in the new year. I'm telling you, I'm doing my hard work. Now you got to do your part. And I want to thank everybody who have been supporting the T-shirts, because that's another way that we're going to expand our horizon. And that's what I'm saying to these young people, find some interesting things to do where the police don't be knocking down your door. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you dying in the streets neither, all right? So that's where your mind's got to be all together and come together with the creativity that we need.
Like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying? That was our show. I hope you get something out of, reparation first, and also look at, current event, what, our millennium generation is going through right now. And let's try to see if we can get that matter cleaned up, and you know what I'm saying, so we can, you know, say come together as a people, you know, and because this is the only way we're going to be able to overcome the situation. Because right now, to tell you the truth, this generation right here, in my eyes, is the weakest generation of the existence of all people as black, as men. You understand? They are lost, you know what I'm saying? They commit crimes against each other and things like that's what's going on with them. It just did not exist, you know what I'm saying, before, you know, this millennium, before rap music, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, we got to step up and, you know what I'm saying, that's the only way we're going to get our rightful position, man. We got to come together. We can't keep on, you know what I'm saying, being enemies to each other, you know what I'm saying, when we really got a true enemy, you know, so we're saying that we've been dealing with for over 400 years. So with this, you know what I'm saying, that's our show. You know what I'm saying, we happy, you know what I'm saying, that for all who take their time out, you know what I'm saying, to check us out. We hope you stay strong, you know what I'm saying, hang in there with us, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, that's what's up.
Yes. And I want to say a few words that I hope that may encourage, you know, people in general. All right. And I want to give a big shout out to my family and my friends, you know, on the West Coast, up north, here in the state of Louisiana, and all over America where my folks are, you know, because it got, in that great black migration spread it us out all over the place. So I want to give a big shout out to my family, peace and love, respect to you, and I want to say that's what we need to put up into our business activities and in our human reactions today, because I'm telling you, the only way to really cut down the violence is right here in your heart. I mean, we got to get our heart and our minds right. You know what I'm saying? So we can live our life in peace and push toward prosperity, you know, because I'm telling you, and I listen to these people, you know, who's talking about the problems with crime. And I said, man, here it is. Here's a business owner. All right, he moved out the community. Why? Because he don't want his kids to be around all that gunplay. All right, so, you know, find a different way to sell your products, or either do business with some honor and respect for your fellow man. All right, so you don't get into bad business deals where you get so upset and pissed off. You know, you say that there you go, pulling out your gun and everything because you're emotionally shattered because of a bad business deal. I mean, life don't deal its blows. But I'm telling you, the strongest man is the one to get back up, you know what I'm saying, and face them hard problems without killing everybody around them. All right, so that's the strongest man to me, you know, so I'm hoping some people out there be strong men.
And yeah, man, and our women are reactionary, and you know what I'm saying, we got to wake our women up, man, and they reactionary because of the action of the so-called men, and they, man, really got our women twisted, man. And you know what I'm saying, the rap music, you know what I'm saying, the way they being treated, the things they're saying, how they being low rated, all that stuff right there, man. That until we get our women, man, on the right track, as having our back like it always have been, man, we're not gonna really get nowhere. We're gonna stay behind, man, because that is a divide that is so devastating that, you know, I'm telling you, man, you got to wake up, man, and start representing true manhood as a man to our women, so our women can treat us like men and recognize us as men and give us respect as men, so we can do our duty as men, and they can do theirs as women. You know what I'm saying? And women with some class, women with some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Women with a heart. You know what I'm saying? Of concern and love. You know what I'm saying? For us as men, we need our women. You know, it's just simple as that, man. Y'all got to wake up, man. This millennium generation is so lost, man.
Yeah, man. I want to jump in while we got about a minute more to go and say, look, I'm not an expert in relationships, but you know, I do get a chance to talk to some young people every now and then, and so I had a song that I wrote, you know, like, hey,
relationship ain't just about young people.
But I'm just saying this song fits everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's called Treat Her Right. And like I kind of not promoted it, but I'm thinking right now I'm going to promote that album before, you know, I get with my New Year's party out.
Yeah, well, I say treat yourself right first and stand up and represent true manhood so that we can treat them right. Because you can treat her right now, you know what I'm saying? But if she's all twisted and mixed up, you know what I'm saying, as they are today, you know, treating her right ain't going to do nothing but make you suffer. You understand? So, straight like that. So, you know, like I say, our women, they are actually reactionary coming from the action of us so-called men, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to tighten our game up, you know what I'm saying, as men, represent true manhood to our women so we can get that type of respect back from them, man. Because right now, I'm telling you, these females is loosey-goosey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
she'll be with you today and another man tomorrow. Come back and get in your face.
I'm telling you, that's a whole nother show. I'm going to wrap this one up and say good night, y'all, man. We
yes, sir.
The whole thing, man. You know, we went around the world with this.
Just had to get it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, things got to get better. All right, peace.
Good night.